The Wild West was filled with killers. But none chilled the frontier like the man they called the Devil's Gunslinger. His name was Caleb Vane, and some swore he had bargained with the devil himself, trading his soul for a steady hand, a quick draw, and a trail of bodies that stretched from Texas to Montana. Was he just a ruthless killer with uncanny luck, or was there truly something darker at work? Caleb Vane was born in 1851 in Kentucky, the son of a preacher. But if his father preached salvation, Caleb embraced damnation. From a young age, he was fascinated by guns, knives, and tales of men who carved their names into legend with blood. At 16, after a bitter fight, he killed his own father with a pistol shot. Some said he smiled as he did it. Fleeing west, Caleb began the life of an outlaw. But it wasn't his cruelty alone that made him infamous. It was his uncanny, almost supernatural ability to survive every fight. In his first duel, Caleb faced a gambler twice his age in a saloon in Kansas. The gambler fired first, his bullet flying true, but somehow Caleb tilted his head just enough that the slug grazed his ear. In the same instant, his own shot struck dead center, killing the man where he stood. Witnesses whispered that Caleb had moved faster than human reflex. One drunk muttered, "He made a deal with the devil." The name stuck. From 1870 to 1876, Caleb Vane cut a bloody path across the frontier. He shot down rivals in saloons, killed sheriffs in street duels, and never once lost a fight. He became a hired gun for cattle barons, then switched sides when the money was better. In 1 year alone, he killed 12 men in gunfights. Some were seasoned lawmen, others were outlaws as quick as he was. None survived. Legends spread that Caleb would sit before a duel with a black book, scribbling names inside it, as though writing an entry for the devil himself. In 1877, Caleb met Maria Cortez, a saloon singer in Santa Fe. Against all odds, he fell for her. But Maria saw what others pretended not to. The shadow that seemed to follow him, the way his eyes grew cold after each killing. One night she told him, "You've sold your soul, Caleb, and one day the devil will come for his payment." He laughed, but he didn't deny it. The most infamous moment of his career came in Dodge City. A rival gunslinger, Elijah Crow, challenged him. The entire town turned out, certain this was the fight Caleb would finally lose. They faced each other at midnight under the full moon. The church bell tolled once, twice. On the third strike, guns flashed. Crow's shot should have split Caleb's heart. Instead, it tore through his coat. Caleb's bullet, fired at the same instant, drilled between Crow's eyes. Witnesses swore they saw sparks fly from Caleb's revolver, like hellfire. After that night, no man dared face him again. But the frontier has a way of grinding down even legends. By 1878, Caleb was drinking heavily, haunted by nightmares. He spoke to himself in dark corners, muttering of debts unpaid. Maria left him, saying she could not share a bed with the devil's chosen. His luck, too, began to falter. A bullet grazed his neck in a brawl. A knife wound festered in his side. Still he lived, but the cracks were showing. Some said the devil doesn't forget his bargains. In 1879, Caleb was tracked by a preacher-turned-lawman named Josiah Black, a man who claimed he had come not just to arrest Caleb, but to save his soul. He cornered him in a ruined church on the plains of New Mexico. What happened inside became the stuff of legend. Some say the two men argued for hours, Caleb laughing at talk of redemption. Others swear thunder cracked overhead, though the sky was clear. When the gunfire erupted, the church windows shattered. Townsfolk later found Josiah Black alive, wounded, but breathing. Caleb Vane lay dead, a bullet through his heart, and beside him, his black book was found filled with names. The last entry was his own. The story of Caleb Vane spread quickly. Some frontier folk swore he had been a man possessed, his aim too perfect to be human. Others dismissed it as campfire nonsense, just a ruthless killer who finally met his match. But in the ghost towns of the West, they still whisper his name. And some say if you wander the desert on a moonless night, you might hear the echo of gunfire, the devil's gunslinger, forever fighting battles in the dark. The Wild West had many killers, but few carried a legend as chilling as Caleb Vane. Whether he truly sold his soul or simply lived without one, his story reminds us that every deal with darkness has a price, and in the end, even the devil's gunslinger couldn't escape it. If Caleb Vane's tale gave you chills, saddle up and subscribe to West Side Tales. More haunting, thrilling, and unforgettable legends of the Wild West ride here every day.